What's going on, guys? This is the comment section number 26, and the last one, apparently, I have a lot to say today, so we got to do another one of these. And we're starting out, Tragically Hip, Locked in the Trunk of a Car. Norman Miller 604, what's going on? Great reaction, Justin. You have to know that telling Canadians that you're not totally blown away by the hip is like telling people in Alabama that Leonard Skinner are just a pretty decent band. You can't win. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. And I didn't catch it, but I commented back, and that they're from Florida, which apparently this person didn't know. Didn't know that they're not from Alabama. They're from Florida. They're from Jacksonville, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem telling people I don't like or I'm not into some song or whatever, and it's their favorite band or their favorite song. Also, I don't dislike the hip, by the way. I don't. I actually like them. It's just when you go through their people's discographies, bands' discographies, artists' discographies, there's going to be stuff that you don't like or you're not as into, and that's fine. To me, that's fine. To other people, maybe that's not fine. Don't care. To me, that's normal. I'm trying to find the stuff. The reason why I go through it is because I'm trying to find the stuff that's awesome. And if you just listen to singles, you're going to miss stuff that to you could be really awesome. All kinds of album cuts, all kinds of stuff. So that's why I do it. That's why I like it. That's why I like going through a whole album as opposed to just songs individually. Like, songs individually is fine, but I've done enough songs. That's the thing. I've gotten enough requests for the Tragically Hip of individual songs, right? People doing donation requests, where there's a lot of those that I've liked. So that makes me want to dig deeper, which means listening to full albums to me, and potentially starting at the beginning so that I'm not just so it's not just weird. I'm not just dropping in the middle of something. I mean, there are going to be albums and bands that I do that with. I'm not going to just, like, when I start some new band or whatever, like, there's other bands that I want to start getting into. I'm not going to start specifically at the beginning. You know, a band that I'm thinking about actually with that is like King's X, because there's been some King's X on the channel. I think it's interesting, and I want to check out more King's X because I never really got into them. I had one or two albums of theirs when I was growing up. I didn't really listen to them. Like, I don't know why or how I had them, but I didn't play them a lot at all. So I feel like I don't really know them, but I want to check them out. So, and I don't think I'm going to start at the beginning. I think I'm going to just go to an album, one or two albums that people suggest are like, no, you got to just, this is their classic, or this is a huge album for them. Things like that. And then other bands like Queen, especially, right, is a recent one where it's like, okay, I know enough Queen that I know that they're incredible, but I need to start at the beginning. How did they start? What was the first record that they came out with? And how did they sound? And how did that develop? How did they develop into what became just incredible, right? Like just this massive, one of the best, biggest rock bands ever. Things like that. Anyways, cool. Yeah, sorry if you like the hip and I don't like talk about lyrics or something. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, okay, up next. Okay, must be on a Queen video. Betsy Clark 2832. What's going on? It's pronounced Dickey, which I should have known because it's Deacon, you know, the hard K. And I was like, DC. Oh, is it DC? Stupid, because I was seeing a C. So dumb. Yeah, Deacon. It's pronounced Dickey. Justin, your explanations in the comments section are really good. I wish you would add a bit more of this to the music videos. Saying it's cool or it's good are a bit disappointing. We watch you to see what you are thinking as a musician, and we can't read your mind. I look forward to each of your Queen reactions nevertheless. And I said, it's tough because I don't always know myself. I don't always know myself. You know, like, I don't always know. Because when I hear something, sometimes it's very obvious. You know, and also it depends on how, that's the thing, it depends on how it hits you. Sometimes it's super obvious to me because it just gets me in a certain way, or I hear it a certain way or whatever. And other times, you know, music is meant to, well, actually, let me finish what I said, and then I'll talk about it. It's tough because I don't always know myself. LOL. It's first listen, and music really needs more than one listen for your ears to digest all the things you're hearing. That's what I was about to say, right? It needs to steep. So many times my initial reaction is just my gut feel on it. Sometimes things are more tangible. It depends on the song. Right. That's why I was like, let me just finish reading what I wrote, because I feel the same way. I just, because I'm the same. I'm not a different person than what I wrote, right? It's like when I first hear something, that may just be what it is at first, right? Is it enough to pique my interest for me to want to play again? That's really what it is. That's really what a first listen is. You hear something and you're just like, that's really cool. I want to hear it again. Wow. Or something where, because I say it at the end a lot of times, except it doesn't happen a lot of times because most songs aren't like that, where I'm just like, I want to hear that again. I want to hear that again. That is really that. I need to hear that again. I really want to hear that again. Right? A lot of music isn't like that. A lot of music is just like, okay, this is all right. This is fine. This is fine. This is okay. I like how this sounded, or I like how they did this. But, it didn't really catch me. It wasn't like super, I don't know. There wasn't anything in there that I feel like I need to, where I was like, what's that? Or what just happened? I need to hear that again. Stuff, different things like that. Not all music is like that. And that's fine. Music has different purposes. Songs have different purposes, right? Right? Mood is important, right? How you feel, like if you want to feel some kind of way, you put on this album. If you want to feel if it's like this kind of day, or if it's raining out, or whatever, you want to put on this kind of record. It's like, that's great. That's what music's there for, right? So while I understand what you're saying, and I get it, and I hear it from people all the time, just saying it's cool or it's good, it's not always my fault. It's like, yeah, the music, that's all the music gave me, at the time on first listen. Now I can go back and listen to it more and more and more and more and more, and then I'm going to get more out of it, or I won't, or I'm going to feel the same way. I think that's why someone actually brought this up, because I am not doing that with these records that I've been doing now. Like when I was doing the Rush reactions at the end of each album, I did an overview. At the time, what I was doing was I was doing my first reaction videos, and then I basically sat with the album for a week where I was just listening on my own to the album so that then I could do the overview. I'm not doing that now. Life changes, right? Things happen. And I wanted to do that and finish that way because that's what I was doing. But I'm not doing that now because I don't have the time always to sit with to do that. I'm trying to do a lot of things. I'm juggling a lot. Some things gotta drop. Like, that's just what it is. That's just life, right? That's what it is. So I'm not doing that now. I'm just not. So would it be better if I go slower, if maybe I don't put out as many videos as I do, which I'm kind of starting to do a little bit, where I'm like not putting out as many videos? It depends, because if I get requests, then I just try and put them out as fast as I can because people are, like donating for that, right? But like other videos, even still, I'm like, man, maybe I should only do one video a day. Maybe should I do, because there are lots of people, other people, people do their channels how they do their channels, where they do a reaction video way less often. There are people that do like crazy often, like 3, 4, 5 videos a day. And then there are channels that do like one a day, or one every other day, or 2 or 3 a week, and that's it. Stuff like that. So, and it's whatever. It's whatever you want to do. I don't care. But, this is me trying to figure it out also and adjust, right? I'm going to do an overview of the year for the channel and just kind of go through and be like, wow, I did this many videos and this many, all of this, and just kind of like talk kind of like this about how the year went and also like looking forward. And we'll see, because I don't know. But at the same time, I'm like, I have to like it. I also have to have the time for it. I have to get some kind of value out of it myself, or else what am I doing it for myself? You know what I mean? Because it takes time. It takes a lot of time. you know, between filming the videos, setting everything up, filming the videos, editing the videos, checking out all the comments, you know, like just like the day-to-day, just like the channel is live kind of thing, you know. Some of it is not that big a deal. Some of it just takes longer. It's just what it is. So, and I always have to be like, okay, I'm still cool doing this. Like, I'm good. Okay, yeah. Okay, I still want to do this, right? Stuff like that. Anyways. All right, up next, Yar9333, what's going on? Comment section number 24. I totally agree with you about lyrics. Frank Zappa, I thought this was great, because I didn't think of this, but it's accurate. Frank Zappa proves this over and over again. Now, I happen to like his lyrics, but they're written to be stupid on purpose. It's never really serious. He can sing about a dog eating his vomit and feces, and it's still a good song. He could change the lyrics to something else, and it's still a good song. If the music is good. You can take a great lyric, put bad music to it, and nobody will listen to it. This is another great point and argument, you know, going behind my whole push towards the like, no, I don't do lyrics on a first listen. Like, no, I don't. I don't. Maybe there are some people that do, and that's cool. That's cool for them. I don't do that. Lyrics are not specifically, you know, a point that I ever really focused on. I mean, maybe to some extent I've written my own music where I've done the lyrics myself, and at that point I do take it seriously. I do want to write good lyrics. But when I'm just listening to music, like most of the time, I'm not getting into that kind of stuff. Specifically on first listen. I'm not getting into it. And this is a good point. I think this is a good point. The music is really what catches me first. When it comes to music, the music comes first. The words do not come first. I do not read poetry. You know, I left that at Shel Silverstein when I was like, how old? A kid or whatever. You know, it's like, that's great and all, but that's not my thing. It's not my thing. I get that it's important. I get that it's part of music. And I can like it also, but not first listen. That's not where my head's at first listen. Unless it's a really lyric-specific, lyric-forward, vocalist-forward type of song. If we're listening to like folk music or something like that, something that's just like acoustic singer-songwriter, there's not much of a band, not much music, stuff like that happening, then my ears can go to it. But if there's like a band happening and things like that, my ears are not going to the lyrics first. They're just not. Anyways, cool. Thank you. All right. Another comment, I don't know what this is to. John M.2633, what's happening? To your lyrics comment, every time a new hip album came out, I would purposely take the sleeve out and read the lyrics before listening to the music. Nah, hell no. And it's always driven me insane how difficult it can be sometimes to figure out what Eddie Vedder is saying, given that he's a pretty good songwriter. Damn. Maybe I'm the exception that proves the rule, but I'm definitely lyrics in tandem with music. That's fine. That's totally fine. I don't care what Eddie Vedder is saying. I listen to metal. You know, when I started listening to metal when I was in high school, you don't know what the hell a lot of that stuff is saying. It's not about that for me. Listen to Cannibal Corpse. It's about all kinds of other things than the lyrics to me, right? And again, I'm into lots of different kinds of music, so it's not all that, but I have that side of me where it's like, I don't need to know the lyrics to like the song or to like the music. I don't. I just don't. Anyways, now that the hip are gone, the Mountain Goats fill that lyrical void for me. It's a band I have not heard. Is this another Canadian band, the Mountain Goats? Okay. Now that you have to listen to... Not that you have to listen to music that way. All you can be is honest. But if the hip were making the exact same songs but with, say, Bryan Adams lyrics, I'd be out. And I said, well, yeah, it wouldn't be the hip then. Because that's accurate. It wouldn't be the... You can't just change that and then, you know, it's like, it wouldn't be the hip then. So I get that it's all connected. Right? And then Les Blatniak 5947 said that would be tragically hip. Blatniak, Les Blatniak. Yeah, I thought that was funny, so I had to put that in there. Had to. Had to. It wouldn't be the hip anymore. It'd be the tragically hip. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I understand that they're connected, right? I get it. It has, and here's another comment that goes exactly to this. Here we go. Slim Jim New York NYC, Slim Jim NYC 270. What's going on? Meatloaf Paradise by the Dashboard Light. This is an older video, but this comment just came in, right? Some people actually play this song at their weddings. What does that tell you about people listening to lyrics? Okay, and the other example that I always think about is Earth, Wind, and Fire, the song Reasons. Classic example where they've talked about it on camera in interviews. Like, people will choose that song as a wedding song. And it's like, do you know what that song is about? Did you read the lyrics? Do you know? And no, they didn't. They didn't pick the song for that reason, or else maybe they wouldn't have picked it as their first dance song or whatever. Because that song is about, you just met the person and it's like a one night thing, right? It's a one night stand type. That's what the song is without them straight out saying it. They're writing it, and it's music. It's not literal in that way. I mean, some music can be written literally, where you're writing the lyrics literally or whatever. And other music, it's more art. It's art, right? More artistic. They're saying it in a more art way, right? In an artsy way. Those are technical terms I just made up, right? In an art way. Yeah, exactly. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Anyways, so it's just another great example of, I'm not the only one that does this with lyrics. And also the whole push on, you're doing a disservice not checking out lyrics. Like, how can you're missing half of the music. You're not getting it, all this kind of thing. It's like, I'm not going after that. I'm not doing this because of the lyric writing. I'm doing this for the music. I understand that the lyrics are part of music, but again, it's just part of it. And that is admittedly not my part. It's not the part that I focus on at all. And there are people that come on here and they don't like that because I don't talk about that kind of stuff in that kind of way, because I don't care. That's not what I studied. I didn't go to school and study lyrics. I went to school to study music and how music works. What's that mean? Like notes and harmony and melody and stuff like that. Not lyrics. I didn't take a lyrics course. I didn't study lyrics. I didn't go through bands' lyrics and writers' lyrics. And I didn't do that. I went through music stuff, and that's what I like. So anyways, sorry. This is a constant, ongoing talk about lyrics. And I feel like it's just, it comes and it goes. And right now, the wave is really high. It's like really in. We're talking about it a lot. And I'm like, can the wave go out finally? Can it please go out just like for a little bit? That's about to happen, I think. I think maybe this is the peak of the wave right now. And it's actually over right now. We're not talking about lyrics anymore. Cool. That's the comments video. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.